Rob Tebbutt here for ID Boxing. Delighted to be joined once again by Jermaine Franklin. We're here at the Joshua Franklin press conference. How are you, Jermaine? Welcome back to the UK.
I'm doing good. Thank you.
So, I think I saw you at the announcement press conference probably 4 or 5 weeks ago. I'm going to start off with all the very boring questions first. How was the rest of camp since the last time I saw you? I've got no doubt that it went very well.
No, camp's been going great. This is probably one of the best camps I've had in my career. So, camp's been going good. Everything's been going great. Just getting stronger, faster.
Now the fight's here. How do you feel? I mean, excitement, nerves. How do you feel about the fight ahead of this weekend?
I'm excited. I'm just ready to fight. I love doing this. So, yeah, I'm just excited. I'm ready to go.
Since the last time I spoke to you, obviously some time has elapsed since then. One of the things I wanted to ask you about, and I'm sure you've spoken about it already, is your relationship with Dmitry Salita.
It's no comment on Dmitry Salita.
Okay, I hope you appreciate that. I do have to ask the question. If you've got no comment, then you've got no comment. Kind of putting that to one side. How important is it for you to kind of whatever is going on outside the ring, just to focus solely on the fight this weekend?
I'm always focused on boxing. Nothing outside the ring can deter me from what I'm focused on.
What do you make of Anthony Joshua? I'm sure since you went back, you got further deep into camp and had a look at what you're facing this weekend. What do you make of him as a fighter?
He's a great fighter. He got a good resume. He had a reign on the sport for a nice little while. But he's a man like I am. He bleeds the same way.
What does he do well?
I think he trades pretty well. But I could trade too. I could do most of the things he could do. I could do them as well.
What doesn't he do so well?
Foot placement. Foot placement is kind of terrible. Can't fight go backwards.
Now, in this fight, it seems as though we've kind of got a bit of deja vu. When you came over to box Dillian Whyte, everybody was talking about what's next for Dillian Whyte. This week, everybody's talking about what could come next for Anthony Joshua, but I'm sure you have ideas of your own for what happens in the future.
Yeah, I'm here to disrupt plans as always. We're gonna be talking about what's next for Jermaine Franklin after Saturday.
Things like that give you that little added impetus when people, I mean, I assume it's kind of how you felt when people were talking the same way about Dillian Whyte. Does it give you that kind of a little bit more chip on your shoulder to go out and kind of prove people wrong, I suppose?
I just like to prove people wrong. I wouldn't say it put the chips on my shoulder, but we kind of been in this position a lot most of our career, so we welcome here. We don't have no problems, no pressure being the underdog. We just gonna prove them wrong when we get in the ring.
You mentioned that kind of being welcome here. Of course, you came over and boxed Dillian Whyte. A lot of people had you winning that fight, and certainly if not winning, then a very, very close fight. Have you had lots of messages of goodwill from UK fight fans?
Right after the fight, I had like hundreds and hundreds of messages. People congratulating me, telling me they think I won. Some people was even saying like, I don't know you, I never know who you was until you fought Dylan. I'm a Dylan fan, but I still think you won the fight. So it was much respect, much love.
We've seen in the past with Anthony Joshua, I mean, you kind of alluded to it there about going backwards. We've seen I was at the Ruiz fight in June of 2019, where we saw kind of things go drastically wrong for him. And there is an argument, and certainly people do say that Anthony Joshua was not quite the same fighter he was since that night. Do you agree with that?
In a sense, he probably lost a step, but in my head, he's still a world champion. In my head, he still got 3 belts, so that's how I treat him.
How important is it for you to start well on the weekend? Kind of make him, I guess, doubt himself. He's on the back of 2 losses. He's lost 3 of his last 6 fights. How important is it for you to start well on Saturday night?
Well, one of the reasons I love boxing is because I'm a warrior and I like breaking people's will. So it's better when you can do it in the fight and I can see your will leaving your body. I feel like I'm taking your soul or something. So kind of like that. A little crazy, but I kind of like that. So that's just always my goal in the fight, to take your heart from you. Once I take your heart from you, ain't nothing you can do to get it back.
While I've got you, just touch on a few quick points in the heavyweight division, namely Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk. Unfortunately, not happening. What do you make of that whole situation?
I'm pissed about that. I really wanted to see that fight. We needed that fight for boxing. We needed that, but it's boxing. A lot of stuff, a lot of stuff happens, and a lot of stuff don't happen. But hopefully they can make something work for the future. If not, then we need some fights. Somebody got to fight.
Maybe the winner of this weekend.
Yeah, I'll take anybody on. I don't have no problem. I'll go after any of the world champions. Fury, Usyk, or Dubois. I'll take them all on.
You just mentioned there Daniel Dubois. It looks as though he might be next in line for Alexander Usyk. I know that you came over and you did plenty of rounds with him down at McGuigan's gym. What type of fighter is he, and would you expect him to? I guess it would be springing the upset by beating Alexander Usyk if he does fight him.
He's a nice fighter. He packs a nice punch, but you know, I think a lot of people disrespect Usyk and his abilities and the stuff he can do. So I think that'd be a great fight to see if it happens.
Okay, well, we look forward to it. Right, Jermaine, I know that you've done seemingly hundreds of these, I'm sure it feels like today, and you've probably got hundreds more to do, so I'm not going to take up too much of your time. But before I let you go, how does the fight end on Saturday night? Anthony Joshua versus Jermaine Franklin at the O2.
The fight ends with my hands raised, but hopefully the fight ends with him on his ass. That's the one I'm going for.
Okay, well, we look forward to seeing it. Jermaine Franklin, thanks very much for speaking to ID Boxing. Wish you all the best.
Thank you.